Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is a very, very, very late night, early morning scene for Kiko and okay, coffee hasn't caught it yet. Sebastian. Sebastian went to handle some stuff for his queen, and the he got a message when he came out of the hedge, saying not going to be home when you get out. Uh, Text me.
Yeah, well, he'll get out of the hedge, and after he moved the oven, he'll text Kiku saying, "So where are you?"
She'll say at the court.
Winter quarter, right?
She'll send back a little fox face with a smile.
So yeah, he'll say to the rest of his team, "Just call me if anything happens," and he'll leave to meet Kiko.
Okay.
And so he eventually gets there.
When she gets there, she's kind of standing like behind his father and like kind of pointing at something. Like he's sitting at he's like sitting on the floor like cross-legged, and she's kind of pointing at something over his shoulder and like kind of explaining something to him. She's like,
Okay.
"See?" And he'll kind of like he looks like very skeptical and kind of like annoyed, but he kind of like reads what she's pointing out.
She's pointing at something behind my shoulder or her dad's shoulder.
No, like okay, his father's sitting on the floor with like a book, and she's like kind of pointing to it, like she's like over his shoulder, like she's standing behind him, like leaning on him, and kind of like pointing in the book, like see, and he like kind of screws his face up and kind of like looks very skeptical, but he keeps reading.
Okay. So yes, and quietly makes his way towards. Well, yeah, he's always quiet, so he quietly makes his way towards them, and smiles and takes Kiko in his arms and kisses her.
She'll nuzzle him with like a squee. It's
And
you.
probably notice that his arm has been bitten. Well, it's only one little, but still little damage, and on his arm.
What happened to your arm?
Just bad little dog bit, but it's okay. He's been punished. And he'll
His father will dart his hand out and grab his arm, and kind of pull it close to his face.
Hey.
And he'll kind of press his thumb to like the wound. And give me a second. Sorry, hold on. I have to roll something for him. I have to roll his glamour. I'm sorry, his clarity. Or what? No, yes, glamour. Okay. Your character's healed the damage.
He'll look to his father and he'll smile. It's like a weird smile because he's still not sure if he trusts him or not, but he did make a good gesture, and so he'll smile and say thank you.
He'll kind of snort, look back down to the book.
And he'll look at both of them and goes, so.
This crazy little Jap is trying to teach me things. And she's like, look, I've been upgraded to Jap. I'm not a cook anymore. And she like claps and bounces.
I'm not sorry, out of game, I didn't hear that. She's not a what?
She bounces up and down, and she's like, I'm not a cook anymore. I'm a Jap now.
Okay, good. And
She's like so happy.
Yeah, he'll like rub her and goes, I'm glad for that, and kiss her again. And he'll look to what book he's reading.
It's a book on like American history throughout the 19th century. So like the civil rights movements, like the things that happened between 1990 or 1900 to like 1999. And so she's teaching him about like right now she's working on like the end of the Second World War and moving into like the Korean War and like kind of the beginnings of what would become the civil rights movements and things like that.
Okay.
She'll kind of look at Sebastian and she'll kind of like pull him away
He'll follow.
and yeah, she'll look up at him and it's like, I'm sorry I keep seeing him. I'm not trying to upset you. She'll kind of chew her lip. It's like what you said about that Japanese guy, right?
He doesn't know any better. He, well, was.
I mean, that's what you tried to tell me and Sam, right?
He'll nod.
So John isn't really any different, right?
He'll look at her and goes, that's just not what I expected from what my mother explained to me of how.
Well, fairy changes us all very deeply.
He'll pull in her close and she'll say, that's true. And he'll like kiss her nose and then kiss her on the mouth.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. She'll kind of like run her fingers through his hair and like hold her close and like kind of nuzzle him, just like, I love you, I love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. She's like kissing him all over.
And yes, he'll say, I met another Darkling. She's nice. And believe it or not, she's even older than me.
She growls. Like she growls like jealous for a moment and then she's like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, sorry. She like looked at his chest. Like, I'm sorry.
And he'll smile and goes, don't worry, I'm only interested in you now.
She'll like jump on your character.
And he'll smile and goes, plus she's true, sweet and innocent for me.
Her jaw will drop. It's because I'm a stripper, isn't it?
No, it's because, and he'll think, you're awesome.
I wanted to show you something. I wanted to show you something.
Show me.
She'll kind of like, so she's really, really skinny. And she's very skinny. But not like terribly skinny, she's got some curves.
Yeah.
But she'll kind of like drag you over. And like she'll pull her shirt up.
Okay, he'll look.
She has like the very, 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 very beginnings of like a belly.
No, he'll like rub it and kiss it and goes, oh, that's, well, didn't we say, oh, baby?
Yeah, I put a picture in Facebook to show you like how far she is, like what she looks like. Here, hold on. Like so you can see like how big it is. I thought I was just getting chubby until I kind of poke her tummy.
Okay.
But that's what she's got so far.
Week 8. So it's been a. Yes, and he'll say, oh, that's our baby.
Mm-hmm. I heard you went. I heard you. Okay, so I know I kind of tackled you at the door when you got home, and you didn't have much time to say anything. But I heard that you when you went out that you fought next to Devin.
He'll smile and goes, "Yes, we fought together. I let's just say I never wanted to fight him." And he'll smile.
I've heard that from quite a many people.
And he'll
I've heard
smile
that
and
although
goes,
he's very thin and blonde and looks like a dandy, that he's not.
say, on the good side, he did say he thought I fought well. He said that now he knew that the baby was going to be well protected.
She'll throw her arms around his neck.
Yeah, he'll probably like carry, well, take her from and the back, and then we'll take her legs, so she's carrying her.
She'll kind of like wrap her arms around his neck. Are you ready to go home?
He'll say, "Sure, let's just, well, he's my dad after all, and I guess he will be a nice person once he changes, once he reads that book and understands how the world has
I think it's also just going to take some
changed slightly to him."
socialization.
And yeah, he'll put her down again, and he'll move towards his father, and he'll wait till his father puts down the book.
Yeah, he'll put down the book and kind of look up at your character. You just realize that he always looks angry. It's not necessarily that like he's angry with you. It's just his face. He's got on this mask of what do you want? Like, you know what I mean? And he'll kind of look up at your character. He is not 5'7". He is much bigger than 5'7". Although you were aware of the fact that before he was taken, he was a fairly average-sized guy. Apparently,
Average.
being a wizard soldier has made him very tall
Yeah,
and
well,
broad.
he'll just extend a hand and say, "Kiko is telling me you how to fit in this new world."
He'll kind of snort again. She's a smart girl. I've heard
Stuff.
those Japs can be rather canny and smart. I never didn't give them that. And she'll giggle. We're gonna have to totally get you to stop saying that word. And he's like, well, what the hell am I supposed to call him?
Japanese.
He'll snort again. She'll just kind of giggle. I'm not gonna go full the Tumblr on him, as Soren would say,
He
but it is funny.
said he's gonna go, yeah, and you can't use the N word either for color, for black people. Just
Oh no,
call
what's wrong
them.
with the word Negro?
He'll say they don't like it because they were in slavery. They were slaves for years, and would people use that word as an insult for a lot of years. So
So are the Irish.
they don't. Nowadays, he'll say, "No, I'm sorry, what is that?"
He said, so are the Irish.
Guys, well, Irish are just we just called the Irish, and we called the, well, what you called, and he'll like try to say it. He doesn't like saying best friend. That's a American, African American. He'll say what you call niggers, we call African Americans.
He'll just kind of like,
One of them.
yeah, he is not happy. But he'll wrinkle his nose and kind of like, "Ugh."
And Seb will
she'll
extend.
actually she'll kind of like think about it for a moment and kind of like put her finger on her lip and um she'll say you could always call Musumi. Um and he'll kind of tilt his
To
head. No, it's
Mhm.
he doesn't say it to her. He says it to his father.
Yeah, thought so.
Yeah, and he'll kind of tilt his head and like, what's that? And she'll
Yeah.
say, oh, what?
Yeah. Well, she'll wait for Sierra to answer.
Well, she wants to see if you've picked it up. She's been trying to teach you Japanese.
Uh, let's see if she has. What would it be, a role or what?
It would be wits academics.
Plus anything or
+1 because you've been working on it hard. And I know you have.
I think he has picked up on it.
Oh, okay. Do you out of game know what that means?
Um, come
It's
on, the tricks with
daughter.
1, 2, 3. It means okay. Yeah, 4 successes. He'll say it means daughter.
He'll blink his eyes as though he wasn't to that stage yet of his development. Not only using a Japanese word, but also referring to the Chinese Japanese girl as his daughter. And he'll just kind of rub his face and look back at your character like, this is my son. This is my son. This is my son. He doesn't say it, but it's writ across his face. And he'll say, how do you say that word again? And she'll say,
No,
Musumi. Huh?
Seb will say Mesumi.
And he'll say, he'll kind of not spit it out, but just say it begrudgingly. And she'll squee, and she'll glomp him. Seriously, like tail is wiggling, ears are going, like, oh my god, happiest fox ever. Like she licks his cheek and he's like, oh no, no. Don't do that. Don't do that. He'll kind of put his hand on her face, like, don't do that. You can make me a wit sympathy roll if you want.
And so yes, Seb. After that happens, Seb will reach out a hand and will say, thank you for trying to fit in and well meeting with Kiko."
Did you make your wit sympathy roll?
Wait. Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yes, sorry. Yes, make a wit sympathy roll.
It's empathy. Just a sec. It's to well, yes, it has +1 because it's either towards Kiko or his father, but both he gets +1.
Okay.
Oh, Seb is on a roll.
Oh, damn, girl.
3 successes.
Okay. Mm. Although he was definitely kind of firmly telling her to stop, like when she was looking, like when she licked his face, and he put his hand on her face, but not like hard, just kind of like he touched her cheek, like stop. Although he was being firm, and you do get the sense he didn't like that. His eyes are softening a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He doesn't seem quite so standoffish.
So yes, Seb extends a hand and says, "Thank you for trying to fit in and meeting with Kiko. As you can see, she's a very
He'll kind of sniff. He'll grunt again. Progress. You definitely made progress with him. As you're leaving, by the way,
yeah.
because I imagine you're gonna try to leave, right?
Yep.
Um, I'll throw his overlay up for a second. So people can see him. The king stops you. The king's hair has gone full white by this point, by the way, with like streaks of silver and shimmer in it.
With winter approaching, I guess. And
Yeah.
he'll stop and he'll bow to the king. Not as much as he kneels to his queen, but to him he'll do a low bow thing and then get back up. Well, he'll wait. He'll bow and we'll wait
He'll incline his head
till
at
the king.
him.
Sorry, what was that? I didn't hear all of it.
He'll incline his head at him
Okay.
politely, and he'll say, "I heard you were surprised that the winter took your father in."
He'll say, I was surprised that my father joined this court he had. And he'll look to Kiko. He'll had insulted Kiko before, but he seems to be adapting now. I guess you are to thank for this too. And he'll bow his head and say thank you.
I think the only way I was a part in it was bringing him into the court. I was drawn by the sorrow in his heart.
And he'll say, hopefully, I can get the father that my mother talked to me about.
Well, you were the source of that sorrow, so if anyone could, maybe it would be you. Though try not to remove too much of it. I do like my courtiers. And smile, but it's a very soft, distant smile, almost kind of like the memory of a smile.
Okay. What did he say? You cut out for me though.
He said, try not to take out too much of his sorrow. Obviously, as he is the king.
He still wants him to be a bit sad.
He'll
Okay,
blink slowly, as though he seems a little bit tired.
Seb will say, I will let you rest. You seem like you need it.
Maybe I do. It's been a long few days. And in less than a week, my wife will ascend to power, and I'll have to support her. He kind of blinks slowly. You can make me a occult roll if you want.
Intelligence occult or wits occult?
Intelligence occult?
Oh, one success.
Okay. As paradoxical as this sounds, as strange as it is, when the courts are coming into their change of power, okay?
Yep.
The monarch from the season that's coming into power, okay? They can become very weak. That's how
Okay.
Alistan was killed so easily. People believe.
Who was killed? So
Alistan is the Spring Queen. During the last transition of power. Yeah, she was killed. So what's happening with Aiden right now is that he's not the king himself. He's not the actual mantled king, but he is the court kind of almost recognizes him as the king of the court. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So him and Cerise are probably just very tired right now and very just pretty much they're getting weak because of the change of power.
Yes, Sebastian will say, you and the queen rest well. I as a someone that is in a close relationship with a winter courtier and as a paladin of shadows will pursue as I can.
Ahmad, thank you very much. I do consider you to be in goodwill to us, seeing that both your father and your bride belong to our court. Oh, Yana, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So unbecoming. I'll shake his head. Mm. Excuse me, I must be off.
It is. You,
I'm
guys,
gonna
you do not have to apologize given the circumstances. It is more than it is more than acceptable for you to be so tired. It is only, guys, it is normal for you. It is normal during this time of year. And he'll bow again.
incline his head.
And
And
oh, go ahead.
yeah, he'll incline his head and yawn heavy again. And when he walks off to go like wherever he's going, I mean, he is just dragging ass so bad. He is like just it's not that he can barely walk, it's just when somebody's just exhausted.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. He is exhausted.
So like walking slowly and like okay.
Yeah, slow. It's a heavy walk. He's just got a lot going on. Oh, yawn again. Before he leaves the room, Kiko will kind of giggle a little bit at his weariness.
And she'll smile at her and she'll be like, "Don't laugh at your king, my dear."
She'll kind of giggle like, it's cute. He looks like he needs to be put into bed with hot chocolate and hugs. I think of all the monarchs, he's probably my favorite.
She's wait, I didn't hear all of that. She's her favorite. He said. She said.
Yes. Yes, he is
Okay.
her favorite. She said.
Said well, small as well. My favorite is my queen, but I guess he. Yeah, I think he comes in second place.
She'll 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 like glomp him. She'll like jump onto him, and she'll say, "Do you know who my favorite is? My most favorite person in all of New York City, if not the entire world, creation and fairy."
And he'll smile.
Godzilla! She'll laugh.
And he'll look at him and goes, "But you told me you love me more than Godzilla." And he'll like make a fake.
I lied. She'll like kiss his nose, and she'll nuzzle it, and she's like, "I'm just kidding. It's you. It's not Godzilla."
And he kisses her, and then he looks back to his father and say, "I bid you farewell and thank you again."
I'll nod at him, kind of trying to read through the book.
And well, they'll
So, do you want to keep going or do you want to stop? I know you have to go to work.
keep going for about 15 minutes, 15, 20.
So she'll climb onto his back, and she'll kind of nuzzle him, and she'll say, "How much longer do you think I can do this for?"
Now, something like this. So he'll say, "You can do it till we get home."
No, I meant before I get too big with my belly to ride on your back.
He'll say, "I've never been with well, I've never really been around a pregnant woman, so I'm not sure at what rate it really grows."
I didn't
He'll gaze
expect my
back down.
tummy to be this big
Yeah.
so fast.
And he'll say, "Well,
Especially
we
with such
can
a thin father.
And he'll look at his own body and goes, "I'm not so thin after all. I have some muscles.
She'll look at him and she's like, I'm not talking about you.
Oh yeah, oh yes, that's right. He's and goes, oh yes.
She'll kind of like bury her face against his shoulder, like embarrassed as fuck.
And she'll say, it's okay. And she'll like take her head out and kiss her.
She'll kiss him back. Is it bad that I can't wait until you and I have children?
And he'll say, no, it's good. And he'll smile and goes, we'll have little ghostly little foxes running around.
I bet it'll be a hot baby.
And he goes, the one you're waiting for.
No, the one I want to have with you.
So you got out there. What did
She
she
said,
say?
no, the children I want to have with you.
And he'll say, it could be a hub. And he'll think about it. And he goes, what do you think this baby will be? And pointing to her, well, caressing her stomach.
Well, both Devin and I are of the fairest kind. And it's said that they kind of take more of the impression of the mother. So probably a draconic.
And he'll smile and goes, well, so we'll have another little kitsune running around.
Squish! She wiggles! She wiggles so much she almost wiggles you off your feet.
Yeah, he'll try to like bounce again.
Really. She bounces.
And he'll say, we'll just have to make sure that she doesn't eat as and Will's baby's heart. That would be bad.
Maybe they'll get married.
We'll have to teach that baby that eating people's heart is, it goes, well, it's not good when they're good people. We can encourage it to eat bad people's hearts.
No heart eating. No heart. She'll say to her tummy. No heart. Especially mine, while you're in there. And she'll kind of poke her belly.
And he'll kiss her.
She'll run. And she'll kind of wiggle off and run a little bit. And then she'll run back to him. And she'll kind of run behind him. And then she realizes that she's being very much like a fox right now. Kind of like darting around him.
And he'll
What do you want to do when we get home?
goes, well, we can continue what we were doing before I had to leave.
She'll hop on him. We have to wait till we get home for that?
My dog. And he'll just like
It's
push her
not my
against the
fault I
wall.
consider. She'll look at him and she's like, "It's not my fault I consider exhibitionism a form of foreplay. Okay, don't touch me."
Yeah, he'll just get her somewhere dark and push her against the wall and start, well, kissing her on the lips, then slowly going down.
Squeeze! She'll run her fingers through his hair and fool around with him for a little bit, and then kind of pull him back up and go, I actually want you in bed tonight.
All right, well then let's go and let's hurry up.
Run! She'll pull him. Let's go. They'll slide into the house, fly onto the bed, and I think our scene can end there, I believe. Unless you've suddenly got a lot bolder about doing sex scenes.
So yeah, it can end there if you wish.
Okay. So, thank you players for playing, and thank you watchers for watching. There you go.